Okay, so now next is read only site. Okay, and the last is migrate the whole site with subsite. So first what we will do is, so this is our destination site, right? Home. Okay, so I will make this site read only, and after that we will do the migration for our document library, and we will see what happens. Okay, so see, mostly the migration is going to get happen, but there is article of the ShareGate, so let's have both the test as well as the article, and then conclude what we need to do. So this is the central admin, configure quotas and locks. Since I have the central admin, I am going to make it read only from the farm itself. So on-prem to read only. Okay, read only. Let's refresh. The site is made read only at the site collection administrator's request. So the site is now read only. Let's do what we did till now. The groups are already been migrated, right? And the users I have mapped. Okay, so just going with the mapping option. Site user single permission level. This document itself, we are going to have a new document library created. Okay, and let's refresh the connection once. Permission done. Let's run the pre-check. So we are getting time zone that we got previously as well, and migrating site object is strongly recommended to have a site collection administrator permission on your source site. When doing migration, check popping site. One of the following message when migrating error detail is highly recommended that the user use for structured migration because site collection. The source and destination, those permissions are required to read all the required information from the source and update the destination environment solution. Grant site collection administration to the user both source and destination. That's alright. Migrating, it is strongly recommended. So this errors that we are getting, previously we were not getting this error, and this is mainly to do with the permission, and you can imagine why. you can imagine why it is asking for us to have full control and site collection administrator permission and all. Alright, we are done. Everything seems to be successful. Let's check. Destination, home, this is the one. All items are there, properties are there, metadata is there, everything is correct. Let's check the versions on this one. Okay, that is also correct. Let's check the manage access on this one. Okay, on-prem site 2 members, on-prem site, on-prem user, that's correct. These two that you see here have site collection administrator, so that's why they have access on the site, but everything else seems to be correct. Library settings, the checkout file, the version would have come. We have already seen the example of that. Okay, everything is correct, right? But the same example, if you remember, when we did without the read only, we were not getting that warning error in the pre-check that site collection administrator and full control is required. Okay, and the article that we have, if we see read only lock, it says the read only lock should be removed from your source site collection or column before running a migration action with the ShareGate migration tool, right? Because it sends multiple APIs and has to send many requests to the server to obtain resolve your data. Given the complexity of the operation, a read only lock will often cause one of these calls to be unresolved, and the ShareGate migration tool will be unable to push the data properly. This results in error and some items may not copy properly. Some SharePoint services do not respond correctly when the site collection is on read only mode, even if they are only used to read information, and the request will not be processed as intended. Okay, solution is you must remove the read only lock on the site collection before running the migration. You can do so by following the instruction. Not removing the read only lock will mostly affect the structural part of your environment like web part and site settings, but the behavior is unpredictable. So this is the line that we have to focus, that the behavior is unpredictable. Okay, and we do not know when it will do successfully, when it will not. Some items which will make some missed, some will be not. So we are not going to go ahead with the read only mode. Okay, we are going to avoid the read only mode, and we are going to ask the source site to be not read only, and we are going to ask the end users to check in all the files. These two things we are going to do. Okay, and one more thing. So in the plan, source analysis, okay, while the source analysis is running, okay, we will check what comes in the source analysis. I'm running the source analysis because we are now moving to our last phase of this video. I know the other video is going a bit lengthy, but this is all the parts that can be covered, and we are covering all with respect to the test with the tool as well as the articles, right, for confirmation. The last part is migrate the whole site with the subsite. So this site, the on-premise site, has a subsite. So along with the subsite and the site, we are going to migrate it, see how much everything, whether it gets migrated or not. We will check with respect to this particular folder after the migration is done, whether everything comes intact or not, right? While we are at the topic of read only, I want to also mention, if you are getting LVT is being crossed, right? So the best option, that is the least view threshold, right, and you are getting the error. So it is best practice to make sure the destination list respect the least value threshold. Create folders in the destination list and organize your item by folder. Limit the number of list items in each folder to less than 5,000. Right, as SharePoint list view threshold applies to the number of items given in scope, splitting the items into folders will resolve the issue. So at least within a folder you do not have more than 5,000 items. If you do, create a new folder and split the items, right, so that that will behave as a separate view itself, and you might not face the issue, right? When you get the view cannot be displayed because the number of items exceed the list threshold view, the central admin, so SharePoint does not give you the central admin access. You can have some index column, right? But most probably best would be to split the either into a different document libraries, or if within the folders, if you have more, split it within the folders itself. So that is with respect to the list threshold value. And while we are at the topic of that, you have a throttling issue in SharePoint Online as well. With respect to that, you can do three things. One would be to migrate in off-peak hours. Another would be off-peak means when your SharePoint database, if it's in US region, you migrate it in some other time zone, like the night hours. So those will be the off-peak hours. You migrate in the weekends, or you migrate with multiple service accounts, so that the calls are not made from the same account, right? So these are the three things that you can do. Okay, so I just wanted to discuss about the LVT and the throttling that we have done. Read only, we should not keep for the unpredictable behavior. We have seen the article. Okay, so the source analysis is done for one site collection. We found two sites, that is our subsite and the main site. Data is not much, 6 errors, so no custom pages, no unsupported. There are some info path templates that are available there. That is coming up in errors. That's fine, I guess. And checkout file. So as you can see, when you do the source analysis, the file which is checked out, that comes up as a in the error report, right? If I go to the checkout files, document checkout files, okay, one library has error. Alright, this is alright. We are going to go ahead with the migration. Copy structure, go back, back. Okay, so what just happened? Back, next. See, now we select the site, on-prem site, right? So this is the fourth one that we are doing. See, if at the destination site is there, then this is going to be created as a subsite. We don't want that, right? and there is not an option to change it here. So what we have to do, this connection cannot be towards a site when you are migrating the site, right, because that will be migrated as a subsite within this site. What we are going to do is we will go back. If you want to migrate it as a subsite, then you can do that, but I do not want to do that, so I will do on-prem to connect. Next, and we will connect to the admin center, SharePoint admin center. Connect. Next. Okay, so we are selecting this site. As you can see, list and everything else is grayed out. Options, we have the option to be at the root sites or make it a team site. Okay, whatever name we want to give. So on-prem site to test is what we will name it, right? We will have the custom permission, list views, versions, everything done. In mapping users, let's map it. Done. Okay, so default template is team site classic, right? I will make it not team site classic, but rather have a team site. Okay, default site template. Project site, report, team site. So the team site is going to team site classic. I will have this team site. Save. I want to have a modern site, not the classic experience. Okay, run pre-check. So in here, as you can see, there was no option for SharePoint groups. Okay, only manage metadata was something that was there. Okay, so the pre-check has been completed. As you can see, we are getting a lot of errors, which are mainly that you are not authorized to perform, the copy of the folder manage is not supported, full control, permission, right? Insane mode, it is site collection. So most of this are permission or the authority related full control site collection. This is mainly because I actually did not change the source side from read-only mode. So this is also an indication how the read-only mode is not giving you access on most of the things, and that can have impact on the migration itself, because those are not warnings, those are errors that you are getting. So let's change this. Let's refresh. Done. Let's go back to our tool. 7 results, 4 warning, 3 errors. Okay, option on-prem site 2 test is what we have mentioned in there, because I already have a site with on-prem site 2. Let's run the pre-check. Done. Completed. So some users, that administrator user is not found, right? You are not authorized, that is fine. This is microfeed list, and manage metadata is not supported in insane mode. Okay, so copying the content from or to a microfeed list is not supported. So this is something that is not supported in ShareGate itself. Copying the content from or to micro list. Okay. SharePoint microfeed list stores user related activities in the newsfeed, such as replies or comment like. For more information, you can. Unfortunately, the ShareGate migration tool does not support migrating the content in the microfeed list at this time. So it doesn't support. This is a limitation. Right? I do not need the microfeed list entries for this migration, so it's fine with me. The destination list or the library contains folders with manage metadata column which are not supported by insane mode. Manage metadata columns are not supported by insane mode. The possible solutions are, there are two workarounds. Those are, add the manage metadata column manually, okay, that is obvious, and the second is use the normal mode. Since it is not supported in the insane mode, you can use the normal mode. What is the normal mode? Settings, migration speed, you see insane mode and you see normal mode. So you can have the manage metadata migrated in the normal mode. For me the both is fine. Start copy. This is going to take some time. The main subsite has been finished now, and it is starting with the main site has been finished now, and it is starting with the subsite. Around 92 items. Alright, so the migration has been completed. Let's check. So let's open our destination site. On-prem site to test. Okay. So this is our site. Site content. Let's check the site content. We'll do this afterwards. Okay, so let's check. We have document 5 items, form template 5 items, right, document 5 items, form template 5 items, site asset 0, library, style library 5, site asset 0, style library 5, info path form, info path form 7 items. Check the subsite. All seems to be correct. So we have the subsite as well. Document site asset site pages, document site asset site pages. Okay, and the library that we wanted to check was documents library. Let's check the version. All versions are there. Let's check the item level permission for this. Correct. Okay, let's check the permission at the library level. All correct. On-prem user 1 should be inside this. So this is a site which I migrated previously, which was not, the name was kept same, on-prem site 2, and as we can see, on-prem site 2 owner has on-prem user 1. Okay, whereas the second time when we migrated, we changed the name of the site, and that in exchange changed the name of the so as we can see, the name has changed, and that's why it doesn't have that particular user. It has created a new group. So I hope that helps. If you keep the name same, then the group also gets created, and the user within that group also gets same permission. If you change the name, then a new group is created which is different from the source, and hence you would have to now do the migration. So let me show. So what you need to do is you need to go back, so as you can see, these are two different groups. On-prem 2 subsite 1 member owner visitor is there, on-prem 2 test member is there, right? Whereas these 3 groups are missing. So you need to migrate those and then do an incremental. So it will be better rather to have the site created with the same name instead of a different name, so that we don't have to do an incremental migration. Hope that helps. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.